The Redemption of the Black Lion Warrior, a tale from Power Rangers Universe 20. In the year 2008, at the Paishwa Academy, Jared stood before Casey, Theo, and Lily, the trio still recovering from their final fight with Daishi. Jared dropped down to one knee. "I'm sorry for my actions. I do not want to hurt anyone," Jared pleaded. "I don't know what to do. Surely we can't trust him, right?" Theo barked. "I agree. It's not exactly easy to forgive," Lily chimed. "I think maybe we shouldn't be too hasty. He was being controlled by Daishi," Casey stated. "Exactly. I didn't mean any of the actions he did," Jared said with a bow. "But you did lash out at Casey before Daishi escaped, remember?" Theo mentioned. "That was a stupid move, I will admit," Jared muttered. "I say we throw him in the prison," Theo grunted. Then suddenly RJ came bolting up towards them. "I was hoping for redemption, and to join the academy and to prove myself," Jared told them. Theo chuckled sarcastically. "That's a stretch," Lily said with a raised eyebrow. Then everyone turned their attention to RJ. "Oh, is it my time to talk?" RJ asked. "Some input would be nice," Casey said. "I think you should follow your gut feelings. You saved the world. You don't need me anymore." RJ grinned. "I say we don't do either. We exile him, for now, and see what happens," Casey told his team. Everyone nodded in agreement, and then Jared was banished from civilization. 15 years later, Jared roamed the desert. He wore some sand protection and a poncho. His hair had been combed back. He wandered around till he found it. The small factory that he heard of, with thick smoke spitting out of the chimney. Jared had been searching for it for a few months now. According to some resources, the factory had the plans to the Machine Empire cog army, and had started building cogs once again. And the word around the black market was they were bidding for large amounts of money. Since his banishment, Jared had dealt with several different factions from the evil forces. Someone had started up making cogs once again. Jared approached the factory and found the door, which was unlocked. He managed to walk into the factory and he crouched down as he bolted down the corridor, and he found himself on a bridge above the machines putting the cogs together. Jared pulled out a small camera from his side bag and took a few pictures. He then saw some cogs stood there guarding the controls. Whoever started rebuilding the cog army had left cogs in charge of guarding the factory. Jared took more pictures, then hopped down to the ground floor. He started looking at the cog machines, when suddenly something caught his attention. A small girl was crouched down, hidden away in a corner. Jared advanced closer. He could see the girl. She was a late teen. With brown hair, she was very scared. Jared approached her slowly. "Why are you here, young one?" Jared asked. "I kinda live here," the girl muttered. "In a factory?" Jared replied. "It never used to be a factory," the girl snapped. She looked at Jared with a raised eyebrow. "You're human, right?" she asked questionably. "I am, yes. Why is there only cogs here?" Jared asked. "Yeah, that's why I stay hidden, 'cause there are no other people," the girl explained. "Where is your family?" Jared asked the girl. "What's family?" the girl asked back sarcastically. Jared stood up, looked around to make sure no one was around, then he crouched back down to the girl's level. "You need to get out of here," Jared told her. "I know, but I have nowhere to go," the girl sighed. Jared took a deep breath. He then rolled his eyes. He knew of the Ranger Council, a recently built society of rangers. He had to hand in the girl to them. She would be safe there. Also, if he gave them the location of the cog factory, they wouldn't be too mad. He thought about it and then sighed once again. He held out his hand and the girl took it. As he stood, he pulled her to her feet. Jared once again checked his surroundings. "You stay quiet. You stay close. I can get you out here, and somewhere safe, okay?" Jared muttered. "Okay," the girl nodded. "Have you got a name?" Jared asked. "Name's Willow," the girl replied. "Nice to meet you, Willow. I'm Jared," Jared said. Then Jared checked around the room and they both kept low as they started advancing around the ground floor. They passed the big machines working hard to build the cogs. As they left the room they entered, they managed to get outside finally. Then suddenly they ran into a group of cogs, all stood there, waiting for them to advance. "They are here to stop us, aren't they?" Willow muttered. "They can try," Jared growled, then he pushed Willow behind him. He then threw off his poncho, and black and gold energy started emanating off him. "Spirit of the mighty lion!" Jared roared. Then he threw out his hands and his energy exploded into the lion spirit. The spirit lion jumped up and encased Jared, and in a flash of light he morphed into the black lion warrior. Willow stood there in shock as the black lion warrior stood there in his fighting position, ready to defend her. The black lion warrior ran into the group. He swung his foot and kicked one of the cogs. Then he blocked an attack. Before he slammed his fist into one of the cogs, sending it flying back, he then slammed the back of his hand into two more cogs that stood beside him. Then he picked up a cog and slammed it into the ground. He tripped a cog as he slammed his fist into its chest. Then he summoned the mighty lion spirit and sent it out for the hunt. It attacked several cogs with its spirit claws and fangs. Then as the spirit diminished, the group of cogs all fell in their defeat, their bodies sparkling with energy uncontrollably. The black lion warrior stood there victorious. He demorphed and Willow ran up to him. "Whoa! You're amazing!" Willow cheered. "Thanks. But it was nothing. Come on, we need to get out of this courtyard, now," Jared said. Then Jared started walking, Willow started following, when suddenly, as they reached the exit to the factory courtyard, another machine stood in front of them. "Hello, Jared," the machine spoke. She was a cream machine with a big X made from over its face, extended out of its head. One of its arms was torn and battered, its exoskeleton and wires were on show, its legs were the same but in patches, and had a massive hole in its chest. "Who are you?" Jared asked. "I am Tesla. I work for King Mondo," the machine said. "The machine emperor died on the moon a long time ago," Jared barked. "That was a sad day for the Empire, but nevertheless we can start anew," Tesla said. "So, that's why you started this old factory," Jared noted. "Yes, exactly," Tesla agreed. Jared took a step forward. "I will stop you," Jared growled. "You are the host of the evil Dai Shi. You could be my partner. We could offer you safety when the machine empire rises again," Tesla snapped. Jared looked at Willow, who looked back at him with fear painted all over her face. "I am on a path for redemption. Those actions were not mine, but those of Dai Shi. I have made peace with my actions. I cause was possessed by that monster." Jared roared. Don't make me laugh," Tesla chuckled. "Can you laugh?" Willow barked at it. Jared threw Willow a glare, which made Willow back down. Then he released his lion spirit, which encased him once more, and again he morphed into the black lion warrior. He ran at Tesla and slammed his fist into the machine. She then swung for the warrior, who jumped back and dodged the strike. He then slashed the machine with its claws and kicked the machine in the stomach. Then Tesla's normal arm transformed into a sonic blaster. She aimed it and fired at the black lion warrior, the sonic waves hitting the warrior as he was thrown off his feet. He landed and then climbed to one knee. Then Tesla pressed her chest and the middle section opened up, revealing a missile. It started to glow and it fired at the black lion warrior. The black lion warrior tried to summon his lion spirit, but the sudden pain stumbled him. Willow saw him struggle. She ran in front of the black lion warrior and screamed ever so loud. Suddenly, yellow spirit energy exploded from her, and the spirit of the penguin formed and used its snowboard to hit the massive missile. It flew off and hit the side of the factory. An explosion erupted as pieces of the wall fell. No, my factory!" Tesla screamed as the penguin spirit diminished. The black lion warrior stood and grabbed Willow. He picked her up, spun her around, placing her behind him. He then bolted towards Tesla, grabbed her and grappled her to the floor. Then he pushed off of her and launched himself into the air. He summoned the lion spirit, which roared extremely loud, and the spirit energy wrapped around the warrior's fist. As he fell, he threw the energy-charged fist and slammed it into Tesla. As he hit the ground, the machine sparked, then exploded underneath him, leaving no trace of her but scrap. The black lion warrior stood victorious. He demorphed. He bent down and picked up a small USB drive and placed it in his pocket. He then walked up to Willow, who stood there stunned. "What on earth did I do?" Willow asked. "That was your spirit animal. You awakened it. Some people can weaponize their spirits, use it to fight. Like I can," Jared explained. Jared gestured Willow to follow him as they started walking out of the factory's courtyard. They got into the desert when suddenly several vehicles turned up, stopping them. Jared stood there defensive as some people climbed out of their vehicles. Some of them ran into the factory behind them as two guys and a humanoid rat walked up to them. "Whoa, that's a big rat," Willow muttered. Don't mind Splinter. I'm Wes, by the way, and this is Theo, the leading man said. Nice to meet you. I'm Willow, Willow replied. We picked up your spiritual pressure. We came as soon as we saw it. How'd you do it, Jared? Theo asked him. I don't think that was me, Jared stated as he looked at Willow. That was you? Wes asked. Willow nodded, unsure. She has the spirit of the penguin, Jared stated, looking at Theo. That's a master spirit. Lily knows that, Theo stated. Funny enough, Lily has just picked up the Paishwa Academy in the Arctic. Maybe you could attend and hone your spirit animal. It's strong, and Lily has mastered the penguin spirit too. Maybe she could do some good, Wes told her. Willow looked at Jared and shook her head. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave him, Willow gasped as she pointed at Jared. Hey, Lily's a good person. She'll look after you, and so will Theo. And if you need me, I'll be there, Jared stated. Willow nodded and wiped away a tear as she hugged Jared. He hugged her back. Then she walked off and followed Theo, who led her to one of the vehicles. Jared then turned to Wes and pulled out the USB drive from his pocket and handed it to Wes. This was in the wreckage after I destroyed Tesla, a Machine Empire associate, Jared stated as he handed the USB drive to Wes. This could have information on here. Thank you, Jared. Wes nodded. Then Wes handed the USB drive to Splinter. The rat took it in his paw-like hand. Make sure Rocky gets this. He'll want to know what the Machine Empire is doing and why it's kicking up dust all of a sudden, Wes commanded. I'll make sure he gets it immediately. Splinter nodded, then he walked away. Jared looked at Wes awkwardly. So, how many years has it been, Jared, since we last saw each other? Wes asked him. A handful, Jared muttered. And how long have you been banished? Wes asked him. 15 long years, Jared replied. Look, the council has been talking, and Theo thought maybe your skills would come in handy in some covert Black Ops type missions. Seems like you're good at dealing some justice to those who think they can come back. We need people to play bad cop here. Some monsters doing more dirty work than just plain simple take over the world stuff. We want you to join us, Jared. You have redeemed yourself after all, West explained. Jared looked behind him, to the factory, to the desert that lay there, the hot desert sand which seemed like home now. Jared took a deep breath and then sighed. He had finally redeemed himself. Jared faced Wes and looked him dead in the eyes. 2 conditions, Jared said, holding up with 2 fingers. Name them, Wes replied. 1. I want to see Willow whenever she needs me. I'll need a communicator, Jared said. We'll get you one straight away, Wes grinned. And 2, if I'm going to be some Black Ops warrior, I'll need a partner. Being alone for 15 years kinda gets boring, Jared stated. Sure. Had anybody in mind? Wes asked. Yes, but she'll be hard to find. She has a habit of blending in. Jared grinned. Okay, let's do this, Wes said with a small smile. They shook hands, and then he walked back to his vehicle. Jared took one more look at the empty desert before leaving his banished life behind him.